Well, I think two things are going on with the business. Firstly, we have had unprecedented rates of technology innovation, governed in large part by much faster internet speeds, which is allowing us to use things like video, which we just couldn't do until very recently. The other is that we're starting to see this fundamental shift in how consumers are engaging with media and spending a lot more of their time away from traditional television. And as a result of that, we have not only the technology that makes it possible, but we're also starting to see real advertiser demand. And so we think that when we talk about the golden age of display, a lot of that is because display advertising online is becoming either a compelling supplement or in some cases a compelling substitute to television advertising. And I think that'll be the real driver of the growth. And when we talk about a $50 billion industry by 2015, a lot of that will come from transitioning television dollars to online display. Right now, despite the fact that rich media outperforms any kind of static media online by multiples, we still see relatively little rich media, and the number we used was 6% of ads over the last year. The reason for that, the primary reason for that, is that it's incredibly difficult to deliver or serve rich media ads onto websites. So we have advertisers spend an awful lot of money developing these concepts and developing the creative and running it on one or two large websites. What Google's really focused on is trying to bring down the cost and complexity of display advertising so that it becomes easier and cheaper for advertisers to serve these rich media ads across hundreds of thousands of websites. And we think it's really being able to work on that back end, to make the back end simpler by leveraging technology that'll be the catalyst that allows rich media ads to become prolific across the internet.
Now let's talk about video as display ads. And of course there's a lot of that. We see a lot for trailers, for movies. How might that develop?
You know, I think in a lot of ways it's the same principles that made television an engaging medium. So the first thing about video is that it allows advertisers to start to create an emotional bond with the consumer just like they do on television, and it's because video brings with it full sight, sound, and motion. So I think as an industry, we always knew that video as a medium was a highly compelling way for advertisers to get their message across. But with slow access speeds that we had until relatively recently, video was limited online. And in fact, I just read a statistic recently which said that within 10 years, we'll be connecting to the internet at speeds 500 times faster than today, 500 times faster in the United States than what we do today. And in an environment like that, I would imagine that every kind of ad format becomes a video format. Someday. So think for a minute about that mobile device in your pocket, right? It's not just a phone. In fact, as many of you know, it is a super powerful computer. And we think of it as having